Today we're going to go over the original JoePresso espresso method. For that you will need an AeroPress or an AeroPress Go and the JoePresso. The JoePresso replaces the filter cup, and we are not going to be using the paper filters. So, what do you get with your JoePresso? Well, first of all, you get the instructions, and I'm basically going to be going through these instructions and explaining them a little bit. So you get a gasket, you get a shower screen, you get a pressurized basket, and the adapter ring. So we're going to fill the basket with 14 grams of coffee. This is a 14-gram basket, and if you pack it tightly, you should end up with 14 grams if you don't have a scale. So basically, I'm just gonna fill it pretty tightly. Get rid of the excess. Weigh it. That's a bit much for me. And that's 14.3. Again, about the coffee and the grind. It should be a fine ground coffee, preferably espresso grind. You can use any brand, any coffee you'd like. We recommend using a dark espresso roast because it's easier to extract with low pressure extractions. But you will end up with that classic Italian espresso taste. It's going to be bitter, and that's fine. That's an Italian espresso. So now we're going to take the shower screen or the dispersion screen, and we're going to tamp down our coffee. So here we just place it in the middle and we level it out and press it down. And the reason for this is that we want the coffee to stay in the basket when we pour the water in and we press the water through it. We don't want the coffee to be floating up and mixing with the water beforehand. So there's that. Then we place this in the adapter. We place the gasket inside, and then we attach it to your AeroPress. And use some muscle here. So now for the water. You want to be using a 2:1 output ratio for dark roast and a 3:1 output ratio for a lighter roast. So the coffee is going to retain about an equal amount of water. So for a 2:1 output, you want a 3:1 input. So for 14 grams, you're looking at 43 grams of input. And if you don't have a scale, you can just use milliliters, which is what we'll do today. So we're looking for 43, 45 milliliters. And you can actually pour it over a spoon, not to disturb the grinds. Press down until you see the first drops emerge, and then back it up and let it pre-infuse. You can just wait 5 or 10 seconds. And then continue pressing as hard as you can. And that's it, you're done. This is our classic JoePresso espresso recipe using store-bought pre-ground coffee. It's simple, anybody can do it. You can experiment with a finer grind using an espresso grinder, but if you don't have one, it's fine. You'll still get a delicious espresso using JoePresso and AeroPress.